Hey everyone, so a question I get all the time is, hey Charlie, how do I file for a DBA? Now, if you are a business owner or you have a side hustle and you want to create a DBA, this is going to be the video for you. I'll show you guys exactly how to file your own DBA in the shortest amount of time possible, as well as for the least amount of money possible. So let's get started. So a DBA stands for doing business as, and filing for a DBA allows you to conduct business under a name that's different than your own name or different from an LLC or corporation that you already have. This typically works really well if you have multiple businesses and you sort of want to separate those businesses from each other as well as from your name. For example, if you do, let's say, photography and tutoring, and you have a shop where you sell things online, you can actually file for 3 different DBAs under your own name or under your LLC that you already have. And this is going to give a little bit of separation between those businesses. I'll say that not every business needs to do this. It's really going to depend on your business legal entity as well as the state and county that you are in. If you guys are a sole proprietor, which is going to be probably most people, then I would definitely recommend considering filing for your DBA. So filing for a DBA name is a fairly simple process, and it basically takes 3 steps. Of course, you'll have to select the state you plan on filing in. Then you'll have to conduct a state name search for the name that you're planning on using. And then you'll register your DBA with the state or county that you're filing in. In some cases, you may need to run an ad in the local newspaper as a public notice that you'll be starting your business in that area. But I'll touch on this more at the end of the video where we go over how much it will cost to start your DBA. So let's go into these steps in more detail. Step 1 is selecting a state. Selecting the state you're filing in basically determines the jurisdiction your DBA is going to fall under. So in simpler terms, it's going to decide who issues and regulates DBA names. It could be either the state itself, the county you're filing in, or both. For the most part, the state will be doing the issuing and regulating of DBA names. However, there are 9 states, including Washington, D.C., that issue DBAs at the county level. So be sure to check your state's requirements. Step 2 is you're going to conduct a state name search. This basically checks to see if your desired name is available or if it's been taken. You're also going to want to make sure that your name is in compliance with the state's naming guidelines. So that could mean no similar or misleading names to other businesses within the same state, and they cannot include things like Inc., LLC, or Corp at the end because that would signify it as a business structure. This step is really important because violating these rules and regulations could create legal issues between your business and other businesses as well as with the state. Once you find the right name, I recommend you secure a domain name for your DBA. That way you won't have to worry about someone stealing your name after you registered with the state. Step 3 is you're going to register your DBA with the state. So when it's time to register your DBA, you'll want to double check if you're supposed to file with the state or local county clerk's office. There's also a few states out there that require you to file with both the state and the county. You'll want to make sure that you have the following information to provide the state or county with before filing. This includes the desired DBA name, date the business was formed, description of the business, name of the business owner, and a signature from a notary to make sure that the information has been confirmed by a third party. So now, how much is it going to cost for you to set up a DBA? Generally, setting one up costs between $10 to $100, but I'll say that this number varies by state. Some states may also require you to run an ad in a local newspaper to satisfy the public notice requirements. They may have you pay a one-time initial fee or pay an initial fee plus an annual fee to keep your DBA up and running. The idea behind running a public notice ad in the newspaper is to make people in a community aware that you will be conducting business in that area. It can also be an income source that publications rely on to keep operations running. So you may want to choose to run the ad in a less popular newspaper to help them out, or publish it in a popular one if you have the money and want a bigger audience to see it. So yeah, filing for a DBA can come with some complications. And yes, you can try and do this yourself if you want, but for most people, for 99% of the people watching this video, I'd say just use a service like InkFile to do this for you. They're literally going to handle all these steps for you, and it's just going to make your life way easier so that you can focus your time and energy on building your business. So if you guys click on the link in the description below, it's going to take you to this page on MyCompanyWorks. And this is the company that I recommend using if you want to set up a DBA. The reason why I recommend MyCompanyWorks is because it's super affordable and because it actually allows you to create a DBA under a sole proprietor. A lot of the other platforms actually require you to have an LLC or a corporation, but with MyCompanyWorks, you can actually set up your DBA under your personal name. If you guys want to form an LLC and then have your DBA under that LLC, I'll link a video video that we made showing you exactly how to set up your LLC step by step. For a DBA, use the link down below. It's going to take you to this exact page and you'll be able to click order now. From here, it's going to have you select your entity type and state. So first I'll select my state. Since I'm in California, I'll select that. It'll have me select my entity type. So if you want to have a DBA under your own name, then you guys will select this. If you guys want to have your DBA under your LLC, partnership, or corporation, you'll select those. It's going to show you the state fee, their fee that they're taking, as well as the average state processing time, right? So this is going to differ depending on what state you select right here. For California, our state fee is going to be $45. This is a fee that you have to pay anyways. This is what they're charging us to actually set up this DBA, $99. And for California, it's 2 to 3 weeks of processing time. Here it's going to ask if you want to select any additional products or services. For now, I'm not going to select that. And then we're going to choose our delivery type. So I'm just going to choose free e-delivery. After that, I'll click next step. Here it's going to ask if you're a returning customer. So I think most of you guys are going to select no. And then you're going to enter in your contact information right here. So after I have all that information entered, I'll click next step. And it's going to have me choose a name for this DBA. Let's say I want to call it Charlie Chang Tutoring. And it's going to have me enter in the business purpose. Okay, you guys can put whatever business purpose fits. Then it's going to have you put in your business address. So if it's the same as the contact information, you guys can actually click on this. It's going to populate that. It's going to have me enter in my full name. So I'll enter that right here. It's then going to ask for the owners. So for owner number 1, it's just me. So I'll click use my contact address. It'll pre-populate that. And if you have more owners, you can actually click here, add more. But since it's just me, I'll leave that as is. And then you can choose whether or not you want them to actually help you file an EIN. But for now, I'm not going to do that. And I'll click next step. After that, it's going to have me review all this information. So I encourage you guys to just scroll through, make sure everything looks correct. It'll have you check this box for the terms and conditions. And after that, it's going to have you select your payment type as well as enter in your card information. After doing all that, you're going to click submit order. So super easy. And like I mentioned earlier, the link to this website is going to be down in the description and it'll take you to the exact page you need to be on. Feel free to follow along with this video, or of course you can watch it and then do it on your own. But yeah, this is the best way for you guys to set up your DBA. And yes, there is a fee, but in my opinion, it is well worth it. It just makes the whole application process a lot easier and it ensures that you're doing everything correctly. So there you have it. That is how you file for a DBA. I really hope you guys found this video helpful. And if you did, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe for more content just like this. This whole channel is dedicated to giving you guys free guides and tutorials about starting your own business. Thank you for your time and I'll see you in the next video.